My name is Sunil Sadashiv Ingle. I am from Sindegat Raja. I have completed my SSC and HSC from LTK Junior College of Science, Rumna. I have completed my BCS from Devgiri College, Aurangabad. Coming to my family, there are 4 members in my family, including me, my father, my mother, my elder brother, and me. And my hobbies are listening to music and watching movies. That's all about me. Thank you. Coming to the today's topic. Today's topic is exception in Java, and today's date is 20 July 2021. The exception is an abnormal condition. That is, the exception is an unwanted or unaccepted error which occurs during the execution of the program. That is, at runtime, the disturb the normal flow of the program in Java. The exception handling is the powerful mechanism to handle the runtime errors, so that is a normal flow of the program is maintained. And exception handling is the runtime errors such as array index out of bound exception, string index out of bound exception, class not found exception, like that. And next point is the advantage of the exception handling. The main advantage of the exception handling is the maintain the normal flow of the program. Means the exception normally disturb the normal flow of the program. That is why we can use the exception handling. There are two types of exception in Java: the check exception and uncheck exception. What is check exception? The check exception means the exception that are checked at the compile time, and uncheck exception is that are the check at runtime. Means the difference between check and uncheck. The classes check exception means the classes which directly inherit the throwable class, except runtime exception and error, are known as the check exception. And next one is the uncheck exception. The class which inherit the runtime exception are known as the uncheck. For example, the arithmetic exception, null pointer exception, array index out of bound exception, etc. And uncheck exception are not checked at a compile time, but they are checked at a runtime. Now coming to the keywords. The Java exception keywords, there are 5 keywords. The first is try. The try keyword is used to specify the block where we should to place execution code. We cannot use try block alone. Means we cannot use without catch try. The catch block also we cannot use without try. Means the block is used to handle the execution, and it must be preceded by the try block, which means it is also cannot use the catch block alone. And next one is the finally. The final block is used to execute the important code of the program. Means finally is executed whether an execution is handled or not. And next keyword is through keyword. The through keyword is used to the through exception. And next is throws. Means throws and throws is different. The difference is the throws keyword is used to declare the exception, and throws keyword is used to throw the exception. And throws is the doesn't throw an exception. Throws is always used with the method signature. And this is the keyword of the exception. Errors, there are the exception and all, but problems that arise beyond the control of the user. And errors typically ignore in a code because you can rarely do anything about the error. For example, if we stack overflow occurs, an error will arise. They are also ignored at the time of compilation. All the execution classes are subtypes of the java.lang.exception class. The exception class is subclass of the throwable class. Other than the execution class, there is another subclass called error which derive from the throwable class. Errors are the abnormal conditions that happen the case serves failure. They are not handled by the programs, and errors are generated to the indicate error generated by runtime environment. The Java virtual machines is out of the memory. Normally programs cannot recover from error. If method does not handle the check exception, the method must be declared it is using by the through keyword, and throws keyword appears at the end of the method signature. You can throw an exception either a newly instantiated one, or an exception that you just got by using through keyword. The try to understanding with the difference between the through and throws. We already tell the handling of the check expression and throw is used to invoke the exception of the explicitly. And the finally block throws finally block clause a try block or catch block. A finally block of code always executes irrespective of the occurrence of an execution. Using a finally block allows you to run any cleanup type statement that you can want to execute no matter what happens in the protected code in a finally block. A finally block appears at the end of the catch block, and this is the finally block. A catch block cannot exist without the try statement. The important points, and it is compulsory to have a finally clause whenever try catch block is present, and the try block cannot be present without either catch clause or finally block. And last important point is any code cannot be present in between try, catch and finally block. Generally, when we use any resources like a stream and connection, we have to close the expressly using a finally block. Try with the resources, also referred as the automatic resources management, in the execution handling mechanism that was introduced in the Java, and you can declare the more than one class in a try with the resources statement. While we declare the multiple classes in try block of the try with resources statement, these classes are closed in reverse order, and except the declaration of the resources within the parenthesis, everything is the same as a normal try catch block except the declaration of the resources, and within the parenthesis everything the same as a normal try catch block of the try block. The try gets instantiated just before the start of the try block, and the resources declared at the try block is implicitly declared as a final. You can create your own exception in Java. Means the important points in exception: the catch block cannot execute without the try statement. Next one, it is not compulsory to have finally clauses whenever a try catch block is present in our program. And next one is the try block cannot be present without either catch clause of the final block. And whenever any code cannot be present in between the try, the final blocks are there. And the final blocks is the try block or catch block. A final block of the code always executes, and irrespective of occurrence of the exception. Using final block allow you to run the cleanup type statement that you want to execute the programs. Whenever we give this throws, if the throws method does not handle the check exception, and the method declare it is the throw. Thank you. This is the exception in Java. It is all about the exception in Java. Thank you.